Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. Hope you had an amazing day or an amazing night, depending on where you're at in the world. I'm excited for this evening's messages from Spirit. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you want to join me in doing that, I'm more than welcome that. Whether you're watching this live or on playback, we can gather together outside of space and time because that's where that love exists. And we multiply it together and send it out to the world. So we'll take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And just let that love cascade down into our hearts and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love in this moment for your heart, your body, your mind, for a loved one, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me with that. And we will get started here in a moment. I do want to get some of these readings out to everyone too. Of course, we just had a full moon in Cancer yesterday. And of course, it's going to impact us for a few days. And if you have a lot of water in your chart, maybe a few weeks. But for the weekly energy updates, for the last week that runs Sunday through this Sunday, um, we talk about the Cancer energy, how you can use that for the most of your release and unveiling of things. So you can check that out. And then, of course, we did post for next week's videos are out already as well. And I did post a giveaway video. Yes, I'm at it again. So I did post the giveaway process that we're going to do for a while, as long as there's interest in it. And so be sure to check that out. It does talk about the opportunity to win a 30-minute free recorded personal reading. And I've already hit 30 comments, I believe, on the video, which that means I will also add a 45-minute personal recorded video into the drawing. And if I get 45 or more comments on the video, I'll even add in a 1 hour personal recorded video. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in that. Also, this week, there was a pick a card that we published about what Spirit wants you to know right now about abundance for 2023. So you can check that out. And then we also put out one the week before around the same subject, but around love. What does Spirit want you to know about love right now in 2023? So a couple of videos, if you want to check those out, feel free to do so. And then let me just do the pop out of the chat here, and we will get started on the reading, see what Spirit has for everyone tonight. And hopefully everyone's having just an amazing, amazing 2023 so far. And we will get going. So as always, too, hey, Rhonda, you get to be the first free reading. Can you believe it? What are all the stars in alignment or what? I love it. And so we will start off with Rhonda for the free reading. And I will be on for 2 hours is my plan. So we will be here for that period. If you do want to make sure that I get to your reading in this session and you want to make it a priority and make it next, if you make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. And I do move it up to being next. I step out of line of the free readings, complete those, and then I step back in line where I left off in free readings and continue down in order, first come, first serve for those. So I'm going to start off with the Transient Light Tarot, and we will start with you, Rhonda. Excited. I'm excited. Yeah, right. Yeah, you even said you're so excited. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we have going on. So you want to say, can you get what is next for you to get to where you need to be? All right. Well, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has. So what would you like Miss Rhonda to know? All right. So we're doing that one and that one and this one. All right. Okay, that makes sense. And anything else? All right. Okay. So, of course, we're going to talk about swords, right? Thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, mentalities, expectations. But I do like this because you have the Six of Swords, which is a movement, moving from old ways of thinking, crossing the bridge, going to new ways of thinking. Love the beautiful butterfly of transformation. And the Justice card, here's the Ace of Swords, that does help you balance and move from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realms, those that are rooted in unconditional love. So those that allow you to, um, it's you can see it's kind of a double-edged sword because the other edge of the sword allows you to cut away old thoughts and old beliefs that are rooted in those fears of losing conditional love. And it can be for any area. I mean, I'm just going to jump to the end two cards here too, because we have the Ten of Swords, which look at all the broken, um, rules and conditions, all those fears we had of losing conditional love. The 10 is a beautiful card with this because it means we were exhausted, just tired, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and exhausted, trying to live up to everyone's expectations, and they all fall short. And which is great because that means these are falling away. And here's your Magician card, which is you stepping into your power. And no longer do we wait for all this stuff to be, completed in our life and other people meeting our expectations or fearing that we're going to let down other people and their expectations too. This is the Magician stepping in with your magic wand and focusing on what you want to expand, what you want to have unfold in your life. So there's no more waiting for someone else to make us happy or something in our life to come into alignment in order for us to be happy. We're able to choose to be happy right now for no reason at all, and no one can take that away from us. Of course, we also need to talk about cups, which is our emotions. And here is the Four of Cups, a very stable emotions. So emotional stability. These represent the three cups of the outside world that we all are told to go and fill ourselves up with, right? We got relationships and situations and things. And of course, relationships, people change, they pass away, they walk away. So empty and unstable. Situations never stay the same, like, you know, jobs, education, social status, whatever circumstances we get in, they're always changing. They don't satisfy for very long, if at all. And then things like our bodies, our bank accounts, what our possessions, all that stuff breaks down, blows up, burns down, deteriorates, is stolen, and so it leaves us feeling empty. But the Ace of Cups, which is this one, is what brings us the emotional stability because that is our foundation. When we turn inward and upward, along like we were talking about with um, the Justice card, this Ace of Swords allows us to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. Unconditional love just becomes the answer to every question in our life becomes the foundation of our worth. We fill up with that, and everything in the outside world just transforms and changes. It is what brings life. It, instead of feeling like everything is letting us down, we find our fulfillment within, and everything else is extra in the outside world. So we start seeing the world in a whole new way, in a great amount of abundance. So, with this, what's next for you is and you've been doing this, it's continuing just to know that every moment is those choices between the old ways of thinking, those that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, all that blah, blah, blah opinion, and realizing that there's another choice, another thing that we can focus in on, which is all of that is rooted in unconditional love. And neither is right, neither is wrong. They just are different. They bring us different things. Those thoughts of fears that we have, that we're told about, the long list of things that have to be done in order for us to be lovable and acceptable, that contracts, it restricts, it lessens us, it dims our light. Unconditional love expands, it makes us see how powerful we are, and it transforms our world, right? And I like that your final card here with the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve you, and they are usually walking away, which we walk away to the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. So, what is next for you is really, it's to become present in each moment and realize what choice that you're making. And if you don't enjoy that choice anymore, you make a different one. So when we realize, you know what, I'm choosing what is missing in my life, I'm choosing what I'm fearing in my life, I'm choosing what's focusing on what I don't what I have in my life that I don't want, and we transforming that magician's wand we were talking about, when we wherever we point it is what grows. And so instead of pointing it at that, we're like, you know what? I don't want to grow that anymore. I want to grow what I'm grateful for. I want to grow what I do want in my life, love and joy and peace and laughter, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Then that expands. And so it's the awareness in each moment of just what choice I'm making. Because I don't need to spend a lot of time in the past. I don't need to spend a lot of time in the future, because I live in the now. And now is where I'm making my choice about how I feel in this moment. And that's what happens. That's what spirit has for you, Rhonda. So I like it. So there you go. That's your message from spirit for today, at least for this moment. So many, many blessings to you, Rhonda. All right. And we will continue moving down the list. Oh, love you too, Rhonda. All right, Esther E., you are up. Hello. And will you win your court battle? Let's take a look here. I don't know why. There's just an old thing when I was in the Christian religion, organized religion, quite a while ago now. Oh my gosh. Since I was 29, so 39, 49, yeah, 25 years or more ago. But I'm hearing remnants of "the battle is mine, says the Lord." It was like something that was way back in those things. But the battle is the Creator's. The battle is from up above. I like it. All right. Oh, okay. Well, and there we go. Okay. So this is here. Yeah. We have the Three of Vessels, the Three of Cups, which is the joy celebration, but it's also a special card between spirit and me, meaning your posse of support. They got you. They got your back. It means your guardian angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, of course, creator and spirit, and whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. They got your back and they are with you. You're surrounded by them. You're not alone in this. And so you definitely have um, support through this. You have the moon card coming in here, which is all about cycles. So they're like, yeah, just trust that the phases are unfolding. Just know that it's going to follow its path. It's got to follow its path, and it's unfolding there. But I do like the Six of Swords for you because that is moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. It is knowledge, it is wisdom. And, like the Justice card has the swords on it. So I feel legal. There is movement in a positive way here because this moves from choppy waters to calmer waters normally. So I feel like with that joy card coming out, them saying they got your back and having joy feelings coming in. Yeah. And you have the Champion of Wands, which I love that we chose this deck, meaning champion. Knight of Wands is fast movement, so it's going to speed up out of nowhere. And I do feel it's going to be in your favor. So it's going to turn out where you're joyful about it. So that's good, which means hopefully that you're hoping you win, right? But that's what we have, Esther. So I feel like it's going to be in your favor. So yay, many, many blessings. I like that. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And we have Eliza. Hello. The current thoughts and feelings of R to A. Does R have much more love for A than to you? Huh? Well, let's find out here. So, current thoughts and feelings of R to A. Okay. And do they have more love for A than love for you? So the feelings of R to A is the Hermit card. So I feel this is the withdrawn, you know, uh, they're not forthgoing, and there's not this bond. There's not, this connection with them. They're withdrawn from them. So I don't feel like that's there. We've got some cards coming in here, which we've got we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is number 10, endings and new beginnings. Things are turning in their life. We've got the double endings and double new beginnings here too, which this card means different things for me. But when these are combined and we're talking about a relationship and the energy I'm picking up, they are having this movement away from them. It's a double ending. So there's things are ending all over the place there. And this is the wheel is turning them, and they're turning away from and moving out of their life. I feel like when they're talking about their feelings for you, they've got new passion and they've got lovers there. I feel like this is what they have for you. But caution, caution, caution. Because they're leaving a relationship, let it move at a very, very, very slow speed, because we don't want to be slow things down and make things stand at a fork in a road. you know let it be, like, let your decision, let you stand in the fork in the road. They're making their changes, they're doing the things they need to do, and that's good, because that's in the for the highest for both of them in their relationship. But you don't decide yet, don't move down a path yet. They're saying stand there like that butterfly. Just stand there, let the phases, let things unfold, let things settle, because leaping from one relationship into another, it just it doesn't it brings a lot of what they're showing me, someone getting out of like a swampy lake and there's algae and there's all sorts of stuff in that swamp, and they step up out of that, and they're in their dripping wet clothes, and then they step into your pool and they're bringing all that muck and all that stuff into your pool. And no, 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 no. The spirit is saying they can they need to strip off all those old things, all those old clothes. They need to go and get into this deep, you know, a shower and a bath and everything else to cleanse and get everything, all this emotional stuff, all this stuff off of them before they come into your pool. And that's what spirit is saying is for your highest experience. And it's, I know it's like, but I want them in my pool, but they're like, but you don't want everything that comes with it into your pool. You just want them, not all that other stuff. So that's what spirit has for you, Lisa. So just think a swamp thing. No, swamp thing, I don't want you coming in here yet. Let's slow it down. Let's, you know, make sure all that baggage and stuff stays there outside of you, not moving it all into your pool is what they were saying. So I like that for you, Lisa. That's for your highest experience. Of course, you get to choose whatever you want to do. You know, that's the wonderful thing. But we're asking them, of course, always, what is for, your highest good? Very good. Good. I love to hear that. All right, Elisa. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you. All right, Daisy, you are the next free reading coming up. So, how will your first day back at university be after the winter break? How's it going to turn out? So nervous. Oh, Daisy, Daisy. You're so funny. You're so powerful and you're so talented and so smart. You just crack me up on how you doubt yourself. They're saying the 8 of Cups, leave behind emotions that don't serve you. The fears and the nervousness. That's old Daisy. That's uh, the one that doesn't recognize her power. You recognize your power more and more and more. They're like, let all that go behind. You have this. The Three of Wands is this new direction you're entering into, and I think are those daisies. I think those are daisies. So Daisy's taking a new direction. She's stepping into her power, the Four of Wands. Very stable energy. Beautiful, beautiful, stable energy coming in here. So this is a good, them saying, wonderful, wonderful energies that you're coming into. It's solid. It's solid, like you are, so I like that. Yeah, because you have the Ace of Wands. So new passion, new drive, new inspiration. Here it comes. And again, I swear those are daisies in there. Some more daisy energy coming in. Very powerful, very powerful. So I do like that. So nothing to worry about, Daisy. You're so much more powerful than you've been taught. And I feel like day by day, semester by semester, you're realizing, you know what? I am. You're not getting cocky. You're not getting arrogant. You're getting confident. Arrogance is I'm better than everyone else. I'm better at this than them and them and them. Yeah. Confidence is I know what I'm good at, not comparing. And so you can be confident because you are very capable. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. So go forward and conquer. I like it. All right, Anjali, you are the next one up. Many blessings to you, Daisy. All right. So, Anjali, what is your love life look like for 2023 that they want you to know about? All right. So you do have the 9 of Coins here, the 9 of Pentacles, which is about finding your wholeness from within. The 9 is the Hermit's journey because the 9 is the Hermit's card in the Major Arcana. And usually it's someone standing in like a big garden by themselves, but they have spirit. There's usually a bird representing that you're not alone in there. You have spirit and creator and everyone with you, the higher realms, but you're finding your wholeness and your completeness this year with love. You're finding inner love. You're finding fullness and completeness and how you relate your worth to the outside in a powerful way from within, which is great because when this happens, then there is this new passion, this uh, apprentice of wands is the page of wands. There's this new beautiful unfolding, this new beautiful spark that happens where you see the world in a different way, and then that is when love comes in. When when this, because the it's like this viewpoint changes as you are seeing things differently, because we see the world not as it is but as we are, and so as this is changing within you, you're seeing the world differently too. So love definitely sparks. Timing all has to do with that inner reflection and the evolution of the love that you have in your heart and how that's expanding. And you get the six of vessels, the six of cups, which is normally nostalgia, memories, or someone from your past that comes back into the picture. So I'm just curious. I'm just going to pull a couple cards on that. I'm being nosy. Na, 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 na. Okay. Yeah. So it is lovers coming in, and you have the keeper of the wands, which is the queen of the wands. So you definitely have this power, this energy that you're seeing. You're stepping into your confidence, especially with this. You have the page of wands, which is what she holds on to. You're really stepping forward, and so I feel like there's a love that returns. And because I was saying, is it someone? Was it like friendship that's coming back, or is it an old love? And I feel like it's an old love that makes themselves known in your life in 2023. But you're a different person. You're the Queen of Wands, which has this confidence, this connection to the spirit realm. You have this relationship you develop with your intuition and your gut, and you're also able to super focus your energy. Much more confidence in who you are and what you will take and what you won't. And that changes the interaction with this individual. So I like it, Anjali. So we'll see who pops their head up in your life this year. So that's what they want you to know right now about it anyway. But they kind of want you to focus on that self-love anyway. Not going to give you super a whole lot, because they want you to make this your focus, instead of, if they give you too much, it's like, but I can't wait. And then we bypass spending a lot of energy in here because we're all distracted with that out there. So they're like, work on the self-love, work on growing that, because that Nine of Pentacles is what transforms things for you. All right. So that's what they have. Many blessings for you. All right, Mira, you are up next. Need like an angel message. And I do have some great oracle cards here. And we're going to use the divine guidance for you. Let's see what they have here. These I call the spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see is a special message for you. Card number 21. Let me see if I can zero in so you can see what's in the center there. Maybe. Let's see here if it'll focus. There it goes. And let's see what the book says. And this is called receiving. So energetically, you're beginning to draw in the loving people you need to help you move forward on your path and in your life. These people offer you both emotional and spiritual support so that you may see and feel your own value in the world. Remember, you have just as much of a positive effect in their lives as they do in yours. while what you have to give is very important, it's just as important that you allow yourself to receive too. In doing so, you're creating a beautiful energy exchange of growth and support for all. I do like that because, you know, we tend to have this energy of codependency in our life where we're taught to overgive in our life, where the rate of exchange is like, I feel like I have to give 100 to someone, like, of love units. I have to give 100 to someone to get deserve like I get one back. It's very out of balance, and this is the balancing and there's been working on bringing things where it's 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 100. So that's what's been working on in your life, and Spirit just wants you to continue looking into that. And what helps is when you go back and look at your childhood, usually it's 7 years old or younger when our emotional body of our human is being programmed. And so if you look back in those earlier years, you can see those tendencies that were created when we were children. We don't know any better. We just took what, oh, okay, this is the way it's supposed to go. I have to overdo things to get attention from parents, especially if you're competing with siblings and all things like that. Or maybe it was grandparents or coaches or teachers, whatever it was. You'll go back and you'll look in your, younger years and go, oh, I know who it was that I felt I had to overdo things in order to deserve to get a little bit back. And you can transform that, because you can adjust that rate of exchange now. And that's what Spirit has for you, Mira. So I like it. All right. So continue moving down the list. And we have Aditi 444. You are up. You like messages from your future spouse. Let's see what we got here. Thank you guys so much too for all the thumbs up you've already given the video. It just helps spread the Zen love to the world. And I know it seems like a small thing, but the YouTube algorithm loves it. So thank you so much for being a part of that love tsunami by liking the videos. All right. So the message from your future spouse, it's funny. They're just like, just have patience with the process that's unfolding. You have the 7 of coins, which is, what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's like, okay, I get it. It's going to take time, but it's perfect timing. So it's not taking too long. It's taking the perfect amount of time. Like when you bake bread, if you take it out too early, it's gross, right? You bite into it and it's doughy in the middle, and you're just like, and you spit it out because it's so gross. If you turn up the oven too high because you're trying to speed it up, it burns, right? And so there's the perfect temperature, the perfect timing for your relationship, for your future spouse. You will meet them. You will meet them. You are going to be having an ending and a new beginning coming up here that they want you to know about. And it does have to do with love. You have the Apprentice of Vessels, which is the Page of Cups. So there is this changing, the swirling of things that are happening that's coming up. And I don't feel like it's like you're not dating someone and that you're thinking is your, future spouse, and then it changes. It's not like that. That's like the first thing that's like, is that what it is? And they're like, no, you're not in that space right now. But this is a significant change and love doesn't have to be romance. It's like with a friendship, more so. Because I was thinking, is it family? Like, no, it's friends. It's friendship that is changing between you and someone that's important for it to be removed out of your life. And I feel like it's someone that's been in that for quite a while. And, sometimes, and I don't necessarily feel it's childhood, but it's been a while since they've been in your life. And it just isn't healthy anymore. It just isn't what it was, that served its purpose And sometimes we have friendships that we've invested so much in, and they know all the secrets. They know where the bodies are buried. I'm just kidding. But but you know, it's served its purpose. It's time. You don't have to worry about trying to maintain something for the sake of maintaining it. Loyalty is okay, but if it's like, I don't know why they're showing me two people escaping from prison and they're chained together, but the other person has died, and it's like you're dragging around a dead body. The dead body is your relationship, your friendship with them. It's really, and then you're just pulling it around, and it's just awkward. It's takes a lot of energy that doesn't need to be there. So they're saying, just you have the key, unlock the handcuffs and let it go. It'll take its course, but you don't need to invest it. You don't need to overdo it, invest energy, and it is time to let it go, because you have it allows space for other people to come in that's more conducive for where you're headed. And they're like, yeah, it helps get us together, so allow that to go, so it allows other things to come in, and it nudges you in the direction that's where you will meet your spouse eventually. So it is important to cut the cord with that individual. So I'm sure you know who that is. So that is what they have for you, Aditi. So many blessings to you. And Butterfly, you are up next. You want to know, will you have a child? Let's take a look here. Let me just take another quick drink. All right. So what would you like Butterfly to know, please? Yes, if that is your wish, because you have the star card, the wish fulfillment card. So there you go. And it reminds me of course, the story of the birth of Jesus of Nazareth, when the star guided everyone to see the child, too. So they're bringing that there. But the definitely it's wish fulfillment card. So if your wish is to have a child, then that is a yes. So you will have a child, because I feel like you do. So wow, easy breezy, fast and easy there. So many blessings for you, Butterfly. That is what they want you to know. All right. So Queen Angie, you're up next. You'd like a spirit message. Absolutely. And I do have a native spirit deck oracle. And let's see what they have for you. So for Queen Angie. All right. So you have the talking stick. Beautiful colors. Let me see if it'll. Maybe there it goes. Pretty, pretty, pretty scenery there. Let's see what message comes in here for you. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. So communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's a time to heal through communication. You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. And your native spirit wants you to know that during tribal council meetings, a decorated stick called a talking stick would be passed around. And as each council member held the stick, he or she had the opportunity to speak from the heart. And each person in attendance would be asked to weigh carefully the words of each speaker. And the talking stick reminded each person to be authentic. Communication restores trust and allows you to clarify your ideas, position, and feelings. It can be healing when you share what has been withheld. And now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with clarity. Be forthright. Share any unspoken darkness that lays heavy in the heart. There are times to hold back and be discerning, but this isn't one of them. Even if you're afraid, declare your truth for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. When you do this, transformation and healing can occur. And these cards come with a journey, which, if it resonates, you can do this. It says, decorate a stick or a feather to use as your personal talking stick. Whenever you hold it, let it be a sacred reminder to seek the truth within. Take a minute every day to take stock of where you are and ask yourself about what is so in your life. Simply taking a moment to discover your inner truth can have a profound healing effect on your life. Ooh, I like it. Look out. Queen Angie's about to speak some truths. So I like that. So now's the time to be authentic to your heart and speak from your heart, and don't hold back. It will be healing. And I like that for you. So that is what they have for you, Queen Angie. So up next for the next free reading is Manjou. How will your January month be? Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see. All right. Got cards just flowing out here. So Manjou. All right. All right. Well, I do like this for you. You have, I know you may it's not well, let me just talk about it. Because you have the Hermit card, which is about, okay, so you do spend some time alone, allows you to step back and really see things clearly, allows your spirit and the higher realms to guide you on your path, which, brings in some balance here. The Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles is balancing in the outside world. So it's like Spirit is saying it takes some balance here, and stepping away, stepping back, taking time for you allows you to take a breather, allow things to balance and cycle out to where there's calmness that returns, and it creates the atmosphere for beautiful things to come in, because you end up at the end of January with the rainbows, the 10 of cups, which is feeling emotionally full and overflowing because of it. So taking time away. If you have vacation time, if you can take a little trip, if you can get away from things, even better. If you can get out into nature, get away from the chaos, get out of the storm, it will be so beneficial for you to do so. But it definitely is stepping away out of the noise and the chaos, searching inward and upward, allowing spirit to guide you on your path, and just really kind of check in with yourself. Are you heading in the direction that you have wanted to head, or has something drawn you off course? I love the true north on a compass. If you know, what is my why, what do I want to do, who do I want to be, not who I've been told I'm supposed to be, should be, need to be, all that blah blah blah, but from your heart, your true high heart. Who do I want to be in this life, and how do I want to express this love to the world? And am I doing that? Is all the energy I'm investing, is it towards that, or am I investing in energy in a lot of different areas that demanded my time because they say they were urgent, but they weren't important because they don't add up or add to my journey of where I'm wanting to go. And so sometimes urgent things are urgent but not important. And it's like, okay, I need attention, and it's like, well, you're not getting it from me because it's not for me. That's just something that when you ignore it, it just goes away, right? So that's what they have for you, Manju. I like it for you. So a little bit of rest and relaxation, taking steps away, evaluating where you invest your energy allows you to really feel emotionally full toward the end of January as you focus and head in the direction that you really are wanting to go. All right. That's what they have. So Anya Ahuya, you are up next. Many blessings to you, Manju. All right. So Anya, how does your crush see you? Let's take a look here and see. What is this person seeing? Now, of course, everyone always just sees themselves because we're all mirrors, but we'll see what reflection is coming in here. Okay. So we do have the Champion of Wands here, which the Champion of Wands would be I think these are the Knight of Wands. Yeah, champions are like the champion horse, right? So this is the Knight of Wands, which is about movement and passion, fast movement. So they do see you as someone that has a lot of energy, a lot of movement, um, go, 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 move, 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 moving fast. And so they see that for you there. Um, you know, I I uh I feel like they do sense that you have a crush on them and that this is what you want from them. And so they know this about it. They pick it up, and I think it's because of um how you act around them in a way. But they um because I almost feel like they think that you talk fast or around them, and that they sense the nervousness, and so they do sense this. They sense the connection there. But this is not how they. This is, they don't have those feelings there, though, because we've got the Four of Coins, which is it's the Four of Pentacles. It's about a stable, outside world. So they don't. This is how they see you, but this is kind of how they are acting. There's not a lot of cups. There's not cups here. There's just a solid foundation. And so, I'm going to pull some extra cards on that there because it just feels like they are. I don't say they like it when people have crushes on them. Yeah, because they've been through the Five of Cups is like they've been through some heartache and pain in the past. This is the Two of Cups, so this is the Two of Cups that are showing here. They've had romance in the past that hasn't worked out well, and so they like it when people show interest in them. It makes them feel good and whole, with the Four Pentacles. It's this solid foundation in the outside world, like they like that people are attracted to them, that have crushes on them and things like that. But they've had so much pain in the past that they're very hesitant. Yeah, they've had a lot of deaths and rebirths and things in their life where um, they just are very hesitant and opening up their heart. They're still like in mourning around it, yeah. And they're the way they have their worth set based on the past. They feel abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind. And so they've had these emotions since they were younger that reverberated into their relationships, and so they're very hesitant. We've got both of the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, so they're stuck in these old beliefs, these old ways, and so they like the attention from the outside, and they're aware of it, but they're looking for stability in their life, and that scares them, so that's where would they stand with that, Anya. So I know, but nothing you can do. They have to do their inner work, and you can't change their minds. All you can do is give love, 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 and then that changes people's hearts, and eventually it changes people's actions to go to the outside world. But is it really worth the wait? I know it's a crush, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Anya. You know what you want. You know how much patience you have and what you're willing to wait for. So that is up to you. So that is what they have. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Princess Pinky, you are up next for the next free reading. All right. So what is manifesting in your life soon? Let's take a look here. So what is manifesting in your life that Spirit would like you to know? Okay. Well, you do have the Apprentice of Wands, which is new passion, new drive. Talk about manifesting. This is the Wands energy, which is, the wand, the magician manifests. So there is something definitely manifesting. Let's see if we can find out what Spirit wants you to know. Well, definitely a nice harvest coming in here. So whatever you've been focusing on, you have been investing a lot of energy towards something, and you are going to get the reward. It is coming to the fruition there. So you have the Five of Cups here, and for this means that you had heartache, you had disappointment that you had in the past. But with this Ace of Swords, you really have been looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around love. And because you've been doing that, because you've been investing the energy, really looking at those things, going, what is it that, who am I supposed to be in a relationship, and who are they supposed to be in a relationship? And what is a relationship supposed to be like? Well, he had all these opinions and all this stuff in the past that, we all are given as we're growing up. But this is you cutting away those things. And now you're moving out of focusing on all those things. And the Two of Cups is coming in here. So that is what is headed your way. Manifest in your life soon, because you've been raising your love vibration, your self-love vibration, and it's going to bring in new type of love that you haven't had before. I know, exciting, right? Because when we do what we always did, we always get what we always got, right? These mirrors pointing back to us what we want to see about ourselves, and like, oh gosh. But now, because you have been doing that reflection, working on those things, that is going to draw in this relationship that's going to be unlike anything that you've had before. So I like it for you. So that manifestation will be made to you soon. I feel like I was going to say before Valentine's Day, February 14th. But I have dates of like early February to late February, and all that has to do continue to work on your self-love. Don't give up and go, oh good, no, continue to work on that self-love. It just speeds things up. So there's like this date range that comes in here. It's like the month of February. But the more you work on your self-love in your own heart, the faster things do come in. So I like it. That's what they have for you. So there we go. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you, Pinky. All right. PK, you are up next. And I'm so glad that you were able to get into this session. And so is Joel your soulmate? Let's take a look here. Just freshen up the cards here. All right. So is Joel. And we're going to, if you've seen my pick a card around soulmates, in fact, I'm just going to pop it out here since I'm going to talk about it. Spirit really gave me a really great pick a card reading, asking messages from our soulmate, soul partner, and twin flame, and or twin flame. And they talk about the difference between the three, because soulmates can be our our parents, our siblings, our workmates, our friends, our dogs, our pets, whatever, because they're all these souls and they all come down here for us to interact and to learn from each other and with each other. And then we have a soul partner who we end up with to be the last soulmate that we're with for the remainder of our life, of this lifetime. And that can be romantic, or it can be a friend or a family member or something too, if we're done with romance. Sometimes we get to a point in our life, it's like, you know what, cost benefit analysis, relationship really not worth it for me. But you can have these bonds with friends and family, where you have this great loving relationship, non-romantic, for the rest of your life too. And then twin flame, you can watch the video to find out more about that. But I feel for you, PK, you're wanting to know, is Joel your soul partner? Is this the person you're going to be with the rest of your life? So that's what I'm going to ask, because that's what I'm feeling. So let's take a look here. So PK, is Joel your soul partner? Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. With these cards coming out here, because you have the 7 of coins, which is about what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And we have the champion of coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Both of these cards are about the slow, long wait process of it takes time for things to grow in the outside world. And then you have the crown of coins, which is the King of Pentacles, the abundance that happens after it. In addition to all of that, you have the Full card, which the Full card, I also, because it's the 0 card, it represents the soul. And so I feel like this is them saying, they are your soul partner, because this is going to be in for the long haul. It's going to take a long time for it to unfold. And here's the soul, the key from the heavens, and then the crown, the King of Pentacles, the wholeness, the completeness, the abundance, all this doing with the outside world, all of these pentacles. So that would be a yes from Spirit. So soul partner, it is the one that's going to take time to unfold to get there, I know. But they are the one that you do spend the rest of this lifetime with. The whenever it's slow moving like that, when you get like the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, these slow cards, when it comes to love or abundance or anything, it's slow for a reason, and it's for us to have time to work on our own self-love and to expand and raise our own individual love vibration by looking at how we feel about our own worth, and the fears we have about losing conditional love, and all those things. And because we cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, we can't receive love from others more than the extent we love ourselves. So if our self-love is like this big, no matter how much love we want to give, it's just going to dribble out. And no matter how much love someone gives us, it's just going to dribble in. But if we expand our self-love, there's so much more capacity to give and receive love to the outside individual too. So that's what they want for you, PK. That is your message. So many blessings to you. All right. And we will continue moving down the list. All right. And we are to Grace. Hey, Grace. So anything you need to surrender to get joy in life. Let's take a look. See what Spirit recommends here for you. And we are at the top of the hour, and so this is when I do my public service announcement, just to let you know I stay on for 2 hours. I'm balancing. I am on here Wednesday through Sunday. I do take Monday and Tuesday nights off now. Started that in January for 2023, an attempt to balance. I know. So I'm on every night, Wednesday through Sunday, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So I will be back tomorrow morning, and then of course tomorrow night. Then I'll be off for 2 days. Um, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want to make sure I do get to your reading in this session, I do honor donations as an energy exchange, and I do prioritize and step out of the free readings and complete donations, and I step back into the free readings, continuing going down in order, first come, first serve. So that's how it works. That's the public service message. Now back to the regular scheduled program. All right. So we've got Grace. You are up. So anything you need to surrender to have joy in your life. Okay. Well, evidently, let me just put all these together. There are some thoughts, belief, mindsets, because you have all these swords that came out, which swords do represent, our beliefs, our expectations, and our thoughts about life. And I like all these coming in here because you've got the Ace of Swords, which as you connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are rooted in unconditional love, it allows you to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, which the Six of Swords represents that because you're going over a bridge, you're leaving old ways, choppy waters, moving into new ways of thinking, higher ways of thinking, transformation with the butterfly. You also have the Four of Swords, which here's the Ace of Swords. And this just is basically the same thing, cutting away the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around heartache and disappointment. And then you also have the Champion of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is on a quest for the Ace of Swords. So you are on this quest here. So to surrender, there's some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have that can be released. You do have the World card, which is about leaving behind old cycles, old ways, moving into a new adventure. So all of this is coming together here. Now, when we ask about, well, about what? What does Spirit want you to know? What specifically do you have thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you can change? And you have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles. And this has to do with your worth in relation to the outside world. And so we are given a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about life, since we're very young, who you're supposed to be and who you should be and blah, 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 blah. And you're told to define your worth by the outside world, relationships, situations, and things. And all of those are unstable. And so we feel unstable. And that's what steals our joy, because all those things are unstable and they are not fulfilling. And so we're told relationships are going to bring you joy. And you're like, oh, good. So let me get into a relationship. And then people change, people pass away, people walk away. And you're like, there was no joy there. And then you're told situations, your job, your education, your social status, whatever situations you get in, these will bring you joy, but they constantly are changing. So that if they bring you joy, it's not lasting. It switches and changes suddenly and again, change, 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 change. And then things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, but all those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, or are stolen. And so those don't bring us joy because they're for very long, if at all, because they don't last. So we discover with enough disappointment in the outside world, we turn inward and upward to that unconditional love, that eternal unconditional love that is the only solid, stable thing we find. And, it's eternal, so it never ends. It's unconditional, no conditions, nothing we can do to lose it, nothing you have to do to gain it. It's just yours. And as we turn inward and upward and find it, then everything changes. That's what brings us joy, because I realize I don't need anything besides what I have inside of me to make me feel whole and complete. And I can be joyful and happy for no reason at all, because I have it right in here. And it transforms your entire world. We stop looking at the old cycles, the old beliefs, the old ways we look at things, and we start, the whole world literally transforms before you, and you even have the world card. So, things just change as you change on the inside. And then you also had the sun card come out here, which is all about victory and brightness. It's one of the most happy, happy, joy, joy cards in the entire deck. So things do change. You do get to see this in a completely different way. And so I do like that for you. So the thing to surrender is all these opinions that were given growing up, and being able to step back and see things so clearly from a higher perspective that it does set you free. So I like that for you, Grace. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So sun and moon. Let me just take a quick look here. All right. So let's take a look. That's gratitude. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I love getting the confirmation that what spirit had to say helped. Number one, helped, because that's what we want to do with the messages from love, but that they were accurate is wonderful and beautiful too. And left a voicemail. Okay, very good. And he called back. Oh my gosh. So it's exactly as they had said. I love it. I never get tired of hearing it. I hear it a lot, um, especially when I do personal readings one-on-one. They come through with details a lot, and it's amazing. I just love hearing it. Sit outside the man cave. Okay, very good. So I have a couple more people that ask questions in between. So we will get to your question there, Sun and Moon, here in a moment. So next up was Anjou Tiklikar, so guidance. So let's take a look here. I do want to pull here. Oh, okay. So they do want to give you a power of surrender card here. So let's see what they have here for you. So it says surrender the habit of people pleasing. Yay! I like it. So it says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So you have permission from spirit to follow your heart. What about you? Not fearing. I really feel it's like the Three of Pentacles tarot card, which is about being true to you and your authentic heart. And we are sometimes pulled off our path by the fear of being punished by people by not doing what they think we should be doing and meeting up to their expectations, either by them yelling or physical or whatever they do. We're just afraid of these people that punish, the bullies, the manipulators, right? And then we also can get pulled off our authentic path if the people that praise us, and we don't want to lose that praise and have them join those other people. So we'll get swayed off our path. But I really feel spirit is like, don't worry about people pleasing, because you can't please all the people any of the time, and any of the people all of the time. And so look into your heart. What do you want to do? Live, live, live. Not fear, fear, fear. So I like that for you, Anju. So That is the guidance they give, is follow your heart, not the fears from others. So I like it. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. You are welcome, Anjali. All right. So BKNY Libra King, you're up next. You want 3 cards for the next 3 months. So a card per month, is that what you'd like? Or 3 cards representing the 3 months? Well, we're going to do 1 card a month. So, all right. Well, you got 2 cards for the first month. They're going to say, we're going to do what we're going to do. Who do we think we are telling them how many cards they want to give us, right? That's funny. But so for the first month, you do have, which is great that these came out together, right? So, in other words, otherwise you'd have just gotten the devil card. They like this. They wanted to give you hope at the same time, because the devil card just shows your things are being rattled right in your first month. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets about things in your life. So whether it's relationship or job or money or body or whatever it is, just things are being shaken up for that, so that you can cut away and cut these strings to the past of these opinions, these supposed tos, these shoulds, these need tos that are keeping you trapped and restricted and small, because it's what you were taught. But they want you to cut those away, because when you do the work and you cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that have been blocking you, you do get to the reward, which is the wheel turns for you, the wheel of fortune turns, and it brings in change that is for your benefit. It ends things and begins things, and it allows forward movement with it as well. And then month number 2, you actually get the number 2, which is the revealer, which is the high priestess card. She steps back and you look at things. So I love this with the switching. Month number 1, things are questioned and things move, and then you step back and you really evaluate, you dive deep, you go behind the veil, you connect higher, and you really try to get into the unknown. Like, you really get into your heart to determine, what is it that I want to do, now that you're cutting away these old beliefs, going, for the longest time I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do and should do and need to do and have to do and must do, but I'm free from that. So now I can do anything. What do I want to do? And that's what you're doing in the second month. You're really evaluating, where is it you truly want to do? Who is it you truly want to be? And where is it you truly want to go? So I like it. Yeah. And then the third month, you have the magician that kicks in. So now that you've determined what you want to do and where you want to go, you're investing your energy, the master manifester. Now that you have a clear picture of where you want to go and what you want to do and all of that, you're just full steam ahead, and you're putting all of your energy into this dream that is truly yours, not a dream that was given to you from the past. The one that you wake up every morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That wasn't your dream. That was someone else's dream that was given to you. So you do have this clarity that's coming here during these next 3 months of what it is you truly, what is your high heart's dream and purpose. And so cutting away things, discovering, and movement forward. Boom, boom, boom. That's your next 3 months. So I like it for you, BKNY. Many blessings. All right. So sun and moon, we are to your question now. So let's take a look here. Whoops. Oh, there we are. Lost my place momentarily. Let me just take a quick sip here. Okay. So let's take a look here. Is it going to be worth the effort, sun and moon? Let's look at that first. Let's just get the big picture. Is this relationship with the Pisces, is it for your highest experience? Okay. Okay, and then what is next in your relationship, January and February? Okay, all right. So when I asked, overall, are they, for you, you got the king, the king of cups, Pisces, you know, they balance heart and mind. And so here they are. It's like, okay, I see. You're just going to, um, you have to leave behind the emotions that don't serve you. So I feel like it's like whatever has happened in the past with them, you're just going to have to leave. And because you're going to have some time alone here while you're waiting, like we talked about in front of the cave, you do spend some time alone for it, but it is all right. And you are going to have to put in some energy, but you do get a harvest from it. So, this is, you know, and I'll show you the other cards here too. Just be aware that this is the path that it will be for a little bit until they get things figured out. But you do need to leave these old emotions behind because it will just fester. And while you're in this hermit mode, while they're working on themselves, then of course you're working on yourself, right? While we're in the um, the waiting room, waiting for people to arrive, we work on our self-love. We talk about that on the channel here a lot of while we're waiting for stuff, we expand our self-love so that that pipeline of love out and in is bigger so we can give more love and receive more love because we can only give and receive love to the extent that we love ourselves. So it's good that they're working on their self-love because then they're going to be able to give you love and receive your love that you're going to give them. But then you also can work on how much you're able to give and receive as well. Um, January, February is this balancing out of things. So there is this cycle and the balancing out of the physical world. So it feels like January and February are kind of just things coming into play here. It's still balancing out. Um, but I feel like, they're telling you here again that you have the judgment card, which is your higher self calling you into this relationship with yourself, with your higher self, which is what the hermit card does too. This bright light is your higher self trying to guide you on your path. And so this is an important piece of your journey and it's happening on purpose. So that's why they're pulled into their little hermit's journey and you're pulled into yours by your higher self. You're being called from them. Because then that's where you find your actual emotional fulfillment is you find it from within. When we believe that, someone else is going to bring us our emotional fulfillment, we're sorely disappointed because what we are all really searching for is the unconditional love we find inward and upward from the higher realms. And so when we're looking for our love on the outside, they're always going to fall short. No matter who we're with, any human, they only can give us conditional love and they can only give us so much. Our soul, though, is so hungry for unconditional love of back home that when we're looking to the outside world, that's why it's always, it's like you wanting um, a beautiful big pizza with everything on it and, fresh dough and fresh vegetables and, oh, so good. It's just so good, right? And it's big. It's a big, extra large one, right? That's what we're wanting. That's what our soul is like so hungry for. And then we end up getting one of those gluten-free small pizzas from the grocery store that tastes like cardboard. And it's like, it ain't going to fill us. We're going to be like, really? This is what I get? But when we fill up from the, inward and upward with that love we get from above, we do get full, we are fulfilled, and anything anyone gives us is extra above and beyond. Instead of falling short, it's just extra above and beyond. And so we just are grateful for what anyone brings. We're not like going, oh, that's what I get. We're like, oh, thank you. And we're can celebrate who they are and what they're able to give rather than see how they're always falling short. So I feel like that's the journey of the inner hermit that's going on for you. So that is what they have for you, sun and moon. I like it. It's good for now, right? All right. All right. So we'll continue moving down here. And Joy, you are next. All right. And you would like a general reading. I do want to go to these Path of the Soul Destiny cards. And these are ink blot, spiritual ink blot tests. So whatever you see in the picture is a special meaning for you. And then I will get the interpretation of the author from the book. All right. So here is your card. And I will try to zoom in here and see if I can get it to focus so you can at least see it a little more clearly here. Maybe. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful card there. And let's see, it's card number 20. It's called Companion's Love, Joy. So it says this card speaks of passion, creation, and union between lovers. Allowing yourself to be truly seen and vulnerable is an important step in learning to trust. There are many levels of love which can be experienced, but this speaks of the deepest, most intimate of all unions. Through this deep connection, energy is in full flow. Love is source energy, like source energy. Whether we experience this source alone through meditation or through our connection with another, it is all still source. So enjoy it, play in it, and allow yourself to fully embrace all it has to offer. All right. Well, that is pretty obvious there. Well, in a couple ways, right? So this love energy does come from above. It's what we're made out of, whether we get it in this relationship with Creator, with ourselves, with the world, with things, with an individual. At the core, it's all love. And they're saying it's time to embrace it, to open up to it, allow yourself to feel that love. And I like it, Joy. So that's what they have. So many blessings, many, many blessings. All right. And Mahipas Ruby, you are up next. You know your current situation of Jebi. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. All right. So what would you like Mahipas to know about Jebi? All right. Well, it seems like there is this restart or this new journey that you guys are headed on together here, because you have the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving energy and passion. You got the Keeper of Vessels, which is the Queen of Cups, which is about feeling emotion very deeply. Also, trusting your intuition and trusting your gut with this, too. I mean, here we've got the key and the key. And then you have the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is new opportunities opening up in the outside world as well. So it really feels like that you're going to be moving into this new level of your journey together, and it's going to be happening fast. That Eight of Wands can be passion or swift movement or both. And I feel like with this heart key that's coming in here, and the Fool card is leaving behind old ways of doing things and moving into new ways. So I'm just going to double check here with this newness. Is this like new, like you guys moving up together or moving away from each other? Let me take a look here. Let's see if they'll clarify that for us. Okay. Well, you've got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is about your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, each of you that have been making you feel restricted and trapped and small. So another eight, there is this movement, and that's all pointing to the center. Let me just clarify. So double endings, double new beginnings. So I kind of feel like this here is kind of headed in that different direction there. Let me just make sure. Well, you have the ending of old cycles and the new beginning. So this is more that you guys are, things are kind of coming to a close for you guys because you're headed off in different directions. There's things that are going to be drawing you both in this. It's not like someone's leaving the other person. It's double endings, double new beginnings. It's like you're moving in this different areas, new interests, the closing down of whatever was happening between you guys. Is what I see coming in there. So that is what is going on there. But it's for you. It's for you though, and it's not like I said. It's not like they found someone else and they're going that way. It's like you both are going like what, and you're like, psh, and you just kind of drift away and head in different directions. Is what I feel. So that's what they have for you, Mahibas. So many blessings. Just remember, it's for you. If you can. I know it's hard. All right. Right. So Kiki Kuin, hello. Tell you about Jay, their current feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. What are Jay's current feelings towards Kiki Kuin? Get some clarity around that, please. Okay. Well, they are kind of on a fence here. I mean, literally on a wall. But they're in between. They're torn between their mind and their heart. And so they're going back and forth, back and forth. They're, like I said, they're kind of walking the line on the fence. So they're on the fence is like the energy that I was feeling here around love, with the vessels as the cups, soup, which is emotions. And so they're, the Two of Swords is the mind and the heart, going back and forth between the mind and the heart in the decisions that they're making. And so they're going back and forth and back and forth. On one hand, they got the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So passion, they want to take this is the heart side. They're like, their heart is drawn to you. It has interest and attraction. So it's not cups, this piece. It's like this desire. They're just like, they're attracted to you. They see you as someone who's like on a hill. They're drawn to you. So there is this draw that they have on one hand, but then on the other hand, they have this the high priestess, as they're stepping back, they're really looking into their worth and their understanding of things, because that's what the Five of Pentacles is, kind of their concerns around where they get their sustenance, what's their life about, blah, blah, blah. And so I feel like that represents some of their fears around feeling whole and complete in the outside world. And it's just like, so they go back and forth, back and forth. They're attracted, but then they all worried about where am I getting my sustenance? Where's my wholeness and my completeness coming from? Blah, 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 right? all this mind stuff. So that's the mind and the heart that they're going back and forth between the two. So they're still in this whirlwind of the outside, going through this change of where they're getting their worth from, where they're getting their sustenance and livelihood from, and then passion. And so they go back and forth between the two. But I feel like right now the mind is keeping the heart in a cage and contained. And that's what I feel is going on right now, Kiki Kuin. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know. And whether you want to or it's up to you. If you're like, you know what, I'm tired of waiting around, you don't have to, right? You're like, I can find something for me if you want. So I like it. All right. So next up is Christy Bivens. Will you get contact from your person? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. So will you get contact? Well, it looks like not for a little bit. You've got the Hermit card, which is about being alone, being, away in the cave. So I feel like there's this distance. Like I feel like this is them though. Kind of they're away, and but the nine would also mean that you are also. So you both are. When one person's in the cave, the other one isn't. But I like that soon you will get action and movement. The Magician card is fire, is manifestation, is action, action, action. And we have the six of coins, which for me, this is the codependency awareness card. And so whenever that comes up with a waiting and things will happen eventually, this is like this awareness of pauses are happening. You're both given time to really reflect on where's my tendency to overgive come in, where did I learn this exchange rate of love that I have to give 1,000 of something to deserve to get one back. Usually goes back to 7 years old and younger when our emotional side of our human was developing. And that's where we get our exchange rate of emotional interaction, usually from parents or someone, whoever we felt we had to do so much to get so little. That became the program that ran underneath. So while you're having this waiting period, you get to have the opportunity to look at that, to transform that. And the more you work on that and you work on that understanding, the faster the connection speeds up, and then the sooner you'll hear from them. But while it's slow moving, that spirit turning down, like if you watch like a movie and you can do frame by frame, you click it and it's going slow, where then before and it's happening so you can work on your heart and you can work on those beliefs. So that's what they have for you, Christy. So many blessings to you. All right. So Niha, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. And will you get success in your cat exam in this year? All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit would like you to know around success with the cats. Well, well, I like it. So you've got the Crown of Coins, the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance and overflowing. You have the Three of Vessels, the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration. And then you also have the Justice card, which is about cutting away, this Ace of Swords, this is like your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And this Ace of Swords here, it allows you to cut away the fears of losing conditional love. And when the combination of all these are coming in here, it's like, you'll be successful, joy, this is coming. And what you can do in the meantime, as you're preparing for these exams, is really look at your fears. You know, what am I fearing about this exam? Because what happens, and it's funny that it's a cat exam, because the example I use is when I'm sorry, I just see this picture in my head of a cat taking a test, because when our human side, when it goes into fear, we go out of our human mind, because when our little child self feels unsafe or out of control or scared, it activates our fight or flight, and we go into fear mode. Our human mind steps back, and I've been calling it our cat mind steps forward. And because a cat hisses and attacks, or it hisses and runs away, or it hisses and attacks and then runs away. And so it does whatever it feels it needs to get back in control. But it's not intelligent, it's not kind, it's just doing whatever it is needs to do in panic. And that's what happens when we go into fear. That's why people have test anxiety, or don't do well on interviews, or anything they feel like is a test and a judgment, because they're afraid. What are people going to think? What's going to happen? And it's like, and so that's why they show me this picture of a cat taking the test. It's like, it don't fare well when the cat's taking the test, because they didn't do the studying. Our human does the studying. So what you can do is help understand your fears around, well, what's the worst that could happen if you don't have success in that cat exam? You'll just take it again another time, because you can take it again. Well, it'll delay me. Well, what if things are delayed on purpose for you? When we start to really look at our fears, and then we're like, these fears are false evidence appearing real, right? That's what FEAR, one of the anagrams that people talk about, right? And it's like, yeah, what am I really fearing? And then you're able to go into the test, because you don't have these fears. You're just like, you know what? I've studied, I'm prepared, I'm going to go and do it. And I'm just going to go answer the stuff. And how it turns out is how it turns out. I get to decide what the next steps are, whatever the test results are. It's someone's opinions on what the answers are, and then things change. So that's what they have for you, Niha. That's what they would like you to know right now. So many blessings to you. I like it for you. All right. You're very welcome, Christine. All right. So Mars. Oh, here we are with Jay. Let's take a look here. All right. So I like that. When you and Jay entered the relationship, what advice does Spirit want to give you regarding dealing with him? Wow. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your relationship? How to make your relationship the most joyful, right? Wow. So, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? You've got the 10 of coins and the ace of coins, and death and rebirth in the middle of it all. But I really feel, allow it to unfold, allow things to end and to begin. Don't become so caught up in outcomes and how things are supposed to be in the outside world. Don't define yourself by the relationship. Allow yourself, with this Ace of Pentacles, to be defined by your inner world, because that just allows the outer world to feel whole and complete and full. So I really feel like in dealing with it is not focusing on the outside world so much, as far as possessions and body and job and all that stuff, it's so important for you to not look at retail price to define you, but your inner worth to define you. So I feel like this is the road that it heads down, is that you get to worry less about like dealing with them, because they're our mirror. And when you are looking at them, you're only seeing yourself anyway. And so I feel like their advice is retail price is when you is like what you feel you're worth to others. But that's unstable. That's ever changing, right? Like retail, if you're a parka coat in northern Alaska during the winter, you're priceless. They want you so much, they're fighting over you. You're that same parka coat on a tropical island on the equator during the summer, you're being donated. You don't even make it to the clearance rack. They're just sending you off to Goodwill. And so that's the fickleness and the ever changing worth and value of retail price in the outside world. But when we find our self worth from within, self worth, not other people's proposed worth of us, that is where we find our solid foundation. We realize we're priceless. And then, um, when you enter a relationship, you're finding your worth within. So you're not worried so much about the outside world, and you're not trying to impose your retail price on them, going, this is what you're worth to me. You better, do all these things or you're going on the clearance rack, mister. It's like, no, you get to really look at your worth from the inside, and then you celebrate who someone is. And that's the true secret to a successful relationship that stays together, is that we don't have all these expectations that people are falling short of. We just are celebrating what they give and have expectations as low, because we don't need anything from them. We have everything we need inside. We want to be with them. We don't need to be with them. We want to be with them. So whatever they have is above and beyond extra and wonderful, not I need you, and then you're always falling short. So I feel like that's kind of the focus they have with those cards there. So that's what they have, Mars. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. All right. VD, I don't see a super chat that came through on here, though. I don't think. Yeah, I don't see anything that came through, VD. That's interesting. Well, I'm going to continue going down the list here. Maybe it'll pop up here in a sec. But so Colleen, you're the next reading up here. And everything is going well. It's a wonderful Saturday. It's absolutely my pleasure. Oh, okay. Well, Colleen, you didn't even ask for anything. Look at you. You're just being encouraging and lovely. So thank you so much for bringing your beautiful energy in. And yeah, thank you for the reminder. Just thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the love to the world. So thank you so much for being here and for doing that and being part of the love tsunami, because it does help. The YouTube algorithm gets super excited about the videos on this channel, and it wants to share them with others. So thank you. All right. So New Love, you are up next. So Carolina E, you haven't replied to your texts. Okay, so Carolina has not replied to your text that you sent her. What are her thoughts about you? Okay, friendship. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with Carolina here. So we've got the Hanged One here, which the Hanged One, and you have the Apprentice of Swords, the Page of Swords. So it's interesting. So their thoughts about you, the Hanged Man shows it's usually, of course, someone hanging upside down and it's like a cocoon and they're in this transformation and this transition type of energy that's coming in. I almost feel like they're saying that they haven't replied to their text because there's something that they're experiencing right now, and you will get new communication back from them. Um, so I feel like that's what they're saying with those there is they're like, oh, this they haven't replied to you, but it's because they're right in the middle of something. Um, and but they will be replying to you. They just it feels like they got overwhelmed with some stuff that just took them off track. But let's see, what did they think about you here? Okay. Hmm. So they're kind of on the fence, it looks like here, a fork in the road. So they think about you, but there's two different ways here. And I feel like these are the two different ways. Both wands, both fiery type energy here. One is the Six of Wands, which is recognition and victory, wonderful flowiness. And then they have the Nine of Wands, which is, I usually do it this way because it represents there's like this energetic block in that um, I feel like they hold themselves back from moving forward because of something. I don't. It doesn't feel like it's something that you've done. It just feels like they have this block around interactions, and so it's something that's holding them back from interacting and that and I feel like with the nine, it is the hermit type of situation because that's what that is. So yeah, this is interesting energy that they have here. It's just like they have some I feel it's a block with everyone though. I don't feel like it's like just you. They just have this trouble trusting people, if you know what I mean, where it's just whatever happened in their past. Yeah, again, you have Ace of Cups, so there will be new communication coming in from them. Um, Let me see. I think maybe now I'm getting a little more understanding here. Yeah, the other Three of Wands. I feel like they found a new love, but things changed directions, and so they're just kind of pulled back. So I feel like they maybe like over the holiday, maybe like New Year's and stuff, they kind of had a not a fling, but just their heart got involved with someone, and it was just it didn't mean the same thing to the other person as them, so it didn't turn out well, and they're just kind of pulled in, mistrusting of people right now. So um, might just check on her, you know. Sometimes two texts don't go through. Yeah, because they have the star card here, which is like the wish fulfillment type of card. But I kind of feel like that she needs a star in a dark night right now. So if you just text her again and just say, "Hey, happy New Year. Hope everything's going well with you. Was thinking of you. Hope you're doing all right." And just leave it like that. And then see. I feel like that will trigger a response. So that's what they have for you, new love. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue going down the list here. Yeah, BD, you can do that if you'd like. All right. So Christina, thank you. Well, you are very welcome. And you like a general love read for January, February, March. All right, let's take a look here. You are very welcome, new love. So general love reading. Well, Christina, we get the seven. This is like a seven of pentacles. It's what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? It is the fruit. And so this is about things taking time. And so it's like, oh, it's going to be unfolding. There is going to be a new adventure eventually with the full card. It's the ending of old cycles, new beginnings. So there is, new love that comes in for you. But while you're in this holding period, they do have the Crown of Swords, which is the King of Swords, balancing, not really balancing, because not only does this king rule over air, they actually, all the kings are given a second portion of air. And because of that, they, they it's a lot about the mind, a lot about expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love. They have the Ace of Swords, which allows them to see things from a higher perspective, to see things from the aspect of unconditional love, and it allows us to cut away more thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So it's basically saying that when we have a lot of expectations around love, it makes it very thin, and we're kind of have blinders on, where we miss opportunities, or we are zeroing in the um, hows, and um, we just limit it so much that it's difficult to bring in someone that's going to fit exactly everything that we've been told are supposed to and should need to and have to and whatever happen. And so as we're waiting, it's like you're expanding it and opening things up more, really looking at the fears we have around relationship, that expands and lifts up our love vibration, and it allows you to do that. So actually, Vita, I'm not signed into my Instagram anywhere on here. But I should be able to get to your reading here in momentarily, because I think I'm almost caught up too. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not sure why it's not appearing on in the chat here. Who knows? Sometimes things happen with YouTube. I've never had it not appear on the screen, though. I've had people who have done it and retracted it and it disappeared, but I would still see it. But that's what they have for you, Christina. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And let me see here. Maybe I can find it on my phone real quick here. I just hate to take time away from everything to research something that's not working. Let me see here. Well, that's to Google Play, a Play Store. That's not to this one, though. So I think that maybe it went to something else. Did you do the super chat on the bottom of this chat? Because that looks like it's Google Play through something else. So not sure what that is. All right. So Christy, angel message, if time persists. Let's take a look here. I do want to do a divine guidance here. All right. So let's take a look here, Christy. What angel message do they have for you? All right. So this is your spiritual ink blot test, Christy. It's whatever you see in here. This is for you. Beautiful card there. Sorry for the glare there. And let's see here. And this is called the Om, like the Om. So the meaning of this card is twofold. First, it is calling for more time in meditation and prayer. Energetically, you are needing some time alone with yourself in your inner space. So through meditation, you are able to connect more deeply with your higher self and your guides. Energetically, this is vital for you. Secondly, this card calls you to focus on the power of your voice to facilitate the opening of your throat chakra. This vocal expression, whether through chant, prayer, or even singing, is important for you right now. So I like that. Focusing on the Om. Definitely some alone time, some meditation, some connected to the higher realms and your higher self is what they're calling for there. So that is what your angel wants you to know is actually they're like spend some time with us because that connects you to that entire realm, right? So that alone time, getting away from all the noise, getting away from all that is an important thing. So that is what they have for you, Christy. I like it, Christy Okana. All right. Very good. Rhonda and Dollface Diva, should you use the money your dad is giving you for furniture? Let's take a look here. There is no shoulds, of course. We can spirit, they have no opinion, but we can ask them, is it for your highest experience to use the money for furniture? Crown of Coins, King of Pentacles. So this is abundance, and so this would be to use it for furniture. They are saying that is for your highest experience there. Yeah, Eight of Vessels. Leave behind the broken vessels that no longer uh are fitting for you. It's almost like they're saying, yeah, get the stuff that no longer is working. Let's clear it out. Let's get some new stuff in. But yeah, so it's definitely that's an affirmative answer that I have for there for Dollface Divas. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. All right. All right, Amanda. All right. So, Amanda, you'll be the next free reading. Sun and Moon, thank you so much for your donation. Just saying thank you. I really appreciate your donation. I thank you so much. All right, to BD, thank you. Okay, so there is one popping up now. So hopefully that went through. It doesn't go through twice for you, but thank you so much for your donation. And let's see here. Did you have a question up above or look here? I don't. And I'm like an old man. I should put my glasses on, right? All right, BD. Yeah, if you want to put your question down below, BD, I will definitely pull some cards for you. I don't see a question though. So while we're waiting for you to put your question down there, I will make the use of time and we will do a love reading here for Amanda Wright. So what would you like Amanda to know about love? All right. Well, so far, so good. 10 of Pentacles, which normally shows family and dogs and a castle and everything else. So there's this wonderful fulfillment that's coming up here. All right. Yeah, and you do have the Ace of Wands coming in, which is new love, new passion. So there is definitely love coming your way here. Let me see what they have here. Okay. All right. So you do have here, they you have the disappointment card here, which is all right when it's coming in here with the 3 of wands and the balancing here. Because what they're saying is that it's important while you're waiting, this is what the balancing is for. While you're waiting for this to arrive and to come in, it is important to look at like letting go the expectations that you've had in the past around love. And because we've had expectations, we've had disappointments, and that's what happens in here. But the 3 of wands is like you're taking a new direction. This is what helps while the cycles are happening and things are balancing. And it's like it's almost like this is like one of those gizmos that makes things happen. It's like as things are turning and things are moving, this is the important thing while you might have been feeling like there's been a pause going on in your life, because when we've done what we've always did before, we get what we always got, which was disappointment, right? So there's like all these things, but they're saying the disappointments of the past. It's important to really look at where those expectations come from, and are they important, and where are these fears that are attached to it, because it's the fears of losing conditional love that bring the oomph and the pain and the piercing in our heart. It's fear. It's not heartbreak. We really never are heartbroken. Our heart is too powerful to be broken. But it's the fear in our heart that we won't find love again, or that um, we're going to be deemed unworthy or rejected or whatever it might be. It's the fear. And so when we look at the fears going, you know what? I can release these fears. That's what the change happens with the 3 of wands. And so I feel like that's really what they're wanting to um, change during this waiting period. And then it brings in, beautiful, beautiful wholeness and completeness, because there's no restrictions around it that are doing that. So that is what they have for you. So I like that, because that 10 of Pentacles is like a good dream board to have. It's like, that's where we're headed. So that is what they have for you, Amanda. So many, many blessings. All right, Vidi, thank you so much. I see your question now. So you'd like to know something about your past specifically. What baggage are you carrying subconsciously and consciously from then, and how do you release it? Okay, let's take a look here and see what we have. All right, so let's take a look. You'd like to know something about your past. So what is the baggage that's coming in here? Okay. Okay. Let me just get clarification real quick here. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, you're definitely, you're talking about subconscious. There's definitely the 6 of Cups is the old memories, the old thoughts, the old beliefs, the stuff that is, coming in there from the past. And when you're looking at this, because it is um, the emotional things that are coming in are from like year 7 years old and younger, even into the womb. And so, that what is down underneath there has to do with the uh, beliefs around your lovability, are what are buried in there. And, um, because that, let me see here. Kind of wanted to bring this one in here too, because you have the Two of Wands, which, it's all tied in. The Two of Wands is the energies that are bouncing around underneath. And when you have these twos and these twos, and you even have with the Justice card here, which has the two pillars, all of this tells us that in every moment, there is a choice, both an emotional choice and a mental choice, with these being the Ace of Swords is the our thoughts, our beliefs, the stories we apply to anything. All of this tells us there's energy, emotions, and thoughts every moment that we are either of unconditional love of the higher realms or of the fears of losing conditional love of the human experience. All these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that we've had since very, 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 very young. And um, the Six of Cups allows us to transform old memories and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around lovability and those things like that as well. And so they've got this transformation that happens with the Six of Cups, where when these things come up, and this is like when you say, um, how do you release it? When well, to bring him from the subconscious to the conscious, there's going to have to be um, looking at fears that come up. You'll recognize I have a block for love. So you have to access your subconscious to find out what that is, or about money and or jobs or moving forward. There's different things and different ways that you can bring up that subconscious to the conscious by like writing with your opposite hand. There's a lot of different um, ways to access subconscious, but the biggest thing is bringing them into consciousness and being aware that, oh, this is the pain. So when you feel something, the biggest thing is start with your triggers. If there's something that brings up fear, it's not just now, it's something that's been rippling all the way back to your earlier childhood. And then once you're able to go back, when's the last time I felt this way? When's the last time I felt this way? We get back and then we realize, oh, this is the situation. And it was something that scared us because it was a fear. Unconditional love, if it was of unconditional love, we're like, woohoo, right? But if it's the fear stuff that stunts us and keeps us restricted and trapped. And when we go back and we realize that it's humans that when we are scared, when our little inner child feels out of control or unsafe, it activates its fight or flight mode and it does whatever it feels it needs to feel safe and in control again, which usually it bumps out the human side and we become almost animals. I usually call it the cat mind now, but it's the we become animals and we'll do unkind and unloving things, unintelligent things because we're panicking. It's like when someone's drowning, they're not thinking, well, how's the best way I can go about not drowning? No, it's panic, 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 hitting people, grabbing people, and dragging them under the water with us. We don't do smart things because we're panicking and we're in an animal mode. And so when we find a painful situation of our past, we can look at it calmly, take a step back, and observe it from an awareness that it was either of unconditional love or fear. We're like, okay, it wasn't of unconditional love. So their actions and their words and everything they were saying were out of fear and they weren't personal. They were just feeling out of control and was trying to feel in control, trying to feel safe and panicking. And as we transform those emotions around that emotional energy around the situation, we realize they were acting out of fear. I was probably acting out of fear. And I see the whole situation differently. I start to see them differently. But more importantly, we start to see ourselves differently. and things start to transform there. So when you're looking about, the baggage, the baggage that we're carrying, the emotional baggage, we identify it that way by looking at our triggers now that are happening, because they will continue to echo throughout our life. But it's looking backward at those, because you had the Three of Swords come up, which this is our fears, our expectations, fearing disappointment, fearing heartbreak. This is what it all comes down to. These are all the small T truths, those fears of losing conditional love. And it's looking back at those is what sets us free. I mean, you've got, and then these other cards you have here, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace, or the Page of Pentacles, which this is about finding and recognizing your worth differently as it relates to the outside world. And the Nine of Coins is about you finding your worth from within instead of the outside world. So you are definitely on this journey. You're not alone in this. Spirit is with you there. But just know, with the Champion of Coins, the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, it takes time for the outside world to catch up to your insides. That we don't change from the outside in, we do change from the inside out. And so as you look into those different areas, that can help. I know, there's some great authors out there that can help. I mentioned a lot, like Deepak Chopra had a wonderful book about the path to love that helps you identify your beliefs about your inner love and your self-love. Also for your subconscious and getting in there, there's a brilliant book I read last year in 2022 called The Presence Process by Michael Brown. I actually have it linked in the description box of the video, which is a wonderful, wonderful tool to be able to, access your subconscious and speak to your inner child, who is our subconscious under there that's sending us all these messages everywhere. So that's what they have for you, VD. Hopefully that helps. I know it's a lot to dive into those areas. I know for me, counseling, if it's an opportunity, I always encourage everyone, if you have the ability to go to any free sessions of counseling, they have so many beautiful tools that they can provide us too, because they usually help us get into the subconscious and get into things too. But I do love those opportunities. So I'm actually past my 2-hour mark here. Thank you again for your donation. Sorry about the trouble with that, BD. We'll figure that out and see what's going on. But thank you guys so much. Sorry I wasn't able to get down to everyone. We were going pretty fast speed through a lot of readings today. But I will be back tomorrow morning, which is, let's see, what's it, 9 here is 3 hours till midnight, 14 hours from now. So we do have, so I will be back then and also tomorrow night. If you, and you are very welcome. Okay, very good. And if I was not able to get to this evening and you were not able to donate, I totally understand that. We're not always able to do that. But I do have a ton of free content available as well. I have a lot of playlists, pick a card readings, weekly energy update readings, monthly readings all by each individual zodiac sign. So if you're not able to make it to a session tomorrow and you need an answer tonight, please go check those out. If you just click on my name, the Brother Zen Mystic Tarot, it'll take you to my main page. And all my playlists are listed there. Just follow your heart and spirit will guide you to the videos that do have messages for you there. Oh yeah, and let me just post really quick here for those of you that were not at the beginning. All right, let me just scroll back up here. I do have a personal reading giveaway that's going on too. I'll do it every 2 weeks. So it'll not be tomorrow, but next Sunday I'll have announcements. So if you want to check out and see if you can have a chance at winning one of the drawings, you can also do that. I also offer personal readings on a sliding price scale, and all of that information is also listed in the description box of the video down below. So yeah, I apologize that I wasn't able to get down to you there, Anna. Just I've been on for over 2 hours, and so I have to balance. And otherwise, I would be on here. I actually at one point did 4 hours once until my butt went numb because I was sitting for so long. And Spirit was like, I got to balance, or I won't be on at all. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get to everyone there. Uh, but my heart goes out to you. I think that's everything right now. So I will be back. And thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up, for all your love, all your thirst for searching for answers from Spirit and the connection with them. I appreciate all your love and energy and support. And just know as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Guys, have an amazing night, amazing day wherever you're out in the world, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. So until next time, much love to you and hang in there.